Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Adventure Starts Here studios. My name is Bruce.
I'm Megan.
And on today's adventure, we're just going to sit here and talk to you about our favorite haunts that we went to last year. We're right here at spooky season. Are you ready?
I love spooky season.
So all the haunts are starting to open. This past weekend was a big weekend for haunts. A lot of the ones we went to last year opened up, and we're excited to get started. So stick with us and find out what our top 3 picks.
Alright, so let's talk about what we did last year.
Alright, so first on our list will be Hillside.
But not the first that we did.
It was not the first one that we did.
Yeah, so Hillside is our hometown haunt.
It is.
It is located in the great state of Wilkes County, North Carolina. It's not like a big budget haunt, but for it being a lower budget haunt, it was probably one of the scarier ones that we did, in my opinion.
It was. But overall, it was a great haunt. They do have some things that you can do once you're there. So next would be Woods of Terror.
So I really liked Woods of Terror. I think their haunts were fantastic, very well designed. They definitely have invested quite a bit into their haunt.
Yeah, there's a lot of money at Woods of Terror.
Yes. They had some of my favorite portions to their trail. 'Cause they had like this old Hollywood.
Oh yeah, the cinema.
Yeah, I really liked that, and it like went through like horror movie sets, so that was really cool. So yeah, that one's definitely a top for me on as far as haunted trails.
Yeah. A lot of the things that I liked about Woods of Terror is you knew exactly where you needed to go.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was very well labeled. You knew exactly where you were going. We did do the RIP
Yes.
pass, which we paid for ourselves, and it was worth the money to do the RIP because we got to do everything in the midway. And I also like that they have a no scare zone. Not that I understand why you would take someone that's scared to go to a haunt into a haunt, knowing that they're going to get scared, but they do have a zone where no one is allowed to scare people.
I mean, maybe if you just like you've had enough and you need a break from it.
Yeah, I guess so. So what's next?
Okay, so Lake Hickory.
Okay.
So Lake Hickory kind of has a special place in my heart because that was my first haunted trail that I had ever done. Yeah, I like it. They're very cool. Great set design. Again, you're walking through the woods, so it's a little bit of a challenge. The first time we went, was still recovering from a broken ankle and not 100% stable, so it was a little bit of a challenge, but
Yeah.
it was a blast. I enjoyed it.
I like the way their midway is set up, and I heard this year that their midway is done even more different. All right, so now we're going to go to probably the biggest haunt in North Carolina, and that'll be Scarowinds.
Yeah. So Scarowinds is, of course, in Carowinds. I think they have 5 haunted adventure trails. They're not trails because you're in a building, but they have, I think, 5 of them. I'm gonna be honest, they're not that scary.
They're not. It's geared towards a family.
It is. It's still pretty fun. You have the whole park. They had rides up and running, so you do the rides. They had other entertainment. So there was plenty to do, even if you didn't want to go through the haunts, or you want to go through the haunts but not do the rides. So there's lots of stuff to keep you entertained, and then, you know, all the food and beverage vendors they always have. And I do like that they have the Nobu necklaces.
Yes.
So if you're going for just spooky stuff but you don't want jump scares for your little ones, they have that, and I think that's great. Or if you're a full-grown adult and you don't want to be jump scare, you can do that too.
Yeah. Yeah. SHvids is a great beginner haunt.
Yeah.
For the person that's not sure if they want to really go to a haunt, SHvids is a great one because you're mixed in with so many people. It's hard for them to focus on one person.
Yeah.
So next on our list is going to be Ripper. This is from our friends over at Nocturne Adventures. We have talked about Ripper at length.
Yes. So I love Ripper because you have all of the terror of somebody chasing you, coming after you, with the add-on of an escape room. So like you've got to get out of the room, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I know some people are probably going to give us a little bit of a hard time because Ripper is not technically a Halloween haunt.
Well, no, because you can go year-round, which is great. So
Yes.
if you're like middle of springtime and you want to have the ever-living crap scared out of you, you can go there.
But I think what Ripper holds is, have you ever wanted to be in a horror film and ever wondered if you thought you could survive a horror film? Ripper will let you know, especially if you do the super scary version, which we just got to do.
Yes.
So no spoilers on that one. But
It's worth it, though.
But it's outside the box thinking on what a haunt is, per se. But it is definitely on this list. And our last?
So Sleepy Hollow. I adored Sleepy Hollow. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. It is one of my absolute favorite haunted adventures because it was haunted trail, live action, like role play kind of deal. And you got like the whole spooky storyline. You like got to live into the story, so that was really cool.
Yeah. I would say the same thing. It is also outside of your normal haunt. Is there people jumping out trying to scare you every second? No. It's not that. So, I could see where people may say, oh, well, this is not haunt. But it is.
Yeah. So it's you don't have all the jump scares.
No.
But you do have like some jumps here and there. But more than that, like you get to experience the story of Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, which I think is really great. All right, so the time has come.
All right.
We've got to do our top 3.
All right.
All right.
You go first. Tell me your top 3.
Ooh, okay. This is really tough, and you guys probably can already guess by the way we talk about things where we may be headed. But for me, top 3. Number 3 is going to be Woods of Terror. So, number 2. Number 2 for me is going to be Sleepy Hollow Adventure. Okay. I love stage plays. And so being a part of a stage play without having to be on stage and talk.
You can just call them plays.
Huh?
You can just call them plays.
I could.
Or stage production.
Stage productions. Anyway, so, and then number 1, surprise, surprise, it's going to be Ripper. Ripper has left such an impact in my mind that it's going to be really hard for anyone else to take Ripper's place. And I have told everyone that is remotely interested in escape rooms or haunts that they need to go try Ripper. And until you go to try Ripper, you will not understand. All right.
All right. So, I don't have a top 3. And here's why. Because 1 and 2 are tied.
So you have a top 2?
Yes.
Ish?
See, first and second place, they're tied. They're both first place. There's no way around it. I'm sorry. These are my rules, and if you don't like them, oh well. Deal with it. Sleepy Hollow and Ripper, they're tied. They're 100% tied.
Okay.
There's just no getting around it.
All right.
And then third place is going to be Woods of Terror.
But like we said, guys, these are just our opinions. You should go out and try these for yourself. Maybe you'll have a different experience, and maybe your top 3 will be different. And by the way, leave us a message. Tell us what your top 3 haunts are here in North Carolina, if you're around here. If not, tell us what your top 3 haunts are where you live, and maybe one day we'll get around and be able to come check out your local haunt. But until we see you on the next adventure,
Bye, guys.
stay spooky.